Ah, boy. Distractive. Distractive about the real of life of what's going on. Y'all do know your boy Biden just signed. I don't know what he signed. Whatever he signed, it was to stop the shutdown. Because you know they was about to shut down about 2 or 3 days if something didn't go right. But he signed off on it partially, it said. Now, for those that don't know and not really looking into politics or that stuff, I don't know. Do they have a shutdown every 6 months? I do know they have it once a year. They've been having it since I was a teenager, where the government's going to shut down. The government funds the money to the stores, the big stores, the farms, hospital. Well, it would be something like COVID, but different. But a lot of things would be shutting down because ain't no money flow. And if it ain't no money flow from the stores, where we go get our toiletries and our food and our bedding, where we go get our car fixed, and sometimes you want to go out and eat, just like COVID. But it's not, it's different, it's a shutdown. That's what's going to happen. Which means if it do happen, whenever it do happen, because they have one every 6 months, they got to get it together up there. Used to be every year, now there's another one. We just had one months ago. You feel me? Yeah, your boy Biden signed off partially, so I guess they stopped the shutdown or something. Either way, think about this. The war is on and popping, and America, us, is amongst each other, fighting against each other because the White House Republican and the Democrat won't get it together, and they worrying about a shutdown at this time when we about to go into war. Let's check it out. Let's run it down. So, well, we had the COVID, right? Where the kids had to go out of school for a year, and it's a big deal, and it's a big pandemic, and all this, and that, and that. During the COVID, we had, who was that? George Floyd, who was choked to death by a white cop's knee, right? They took care of that case fast. Something like that usually go on 3 or 4 years, but they took care of that case fast because the case was planted, and they knew the guy going to jail, and the guy knew he put himself up to go to jail. So, that was that. The COVID started to die down, and all of a sudden, with the government and a state senator speaking up, oh, the COVID, we're going to open the schools back for the kids. People still dying of COVID, hard as hell. And we're going to open the school back for the kids. It's really not that big a deal again. When the northern states was wearing masks and couldn't go in the stores, if they did go on a mask, they would get dragged out, and they can't get no tall trees or food for their family or their house. It was a big law back where I was at, New Jersey, up some states. But when you came down south, you only see 1 or 2 people wearing a mask in Walmarts in the stores, and they're not shut out. They don't tell you have to get out. You got to leave the store. You got to leave. I don't get it. I don't get it. Is it a blue state, red state thing? I don't get it. But anybody ever went through COVID and went down south, y'all know the south was not respecting the mask thing, and they was not put pressure on to them, and they was not told to leave the store. Up them northern states, them blue states, yes it was. You were not going in unless you put a mask on. We need to figure that out. When Trump was in president, him and Kim was the best friends ever. You know Trump had friends over out of America. Presidents and stuff and allies, and there's a lot going on with that businessman. You feel what I mean? Now, I'm not a fan of Trump's, and I'll tell you that right now. No, I'm not a fan of Trump's. But we have to start from the beginning of the timeline to run down what's going on. So in the middle of all that, while the COVID was going on, a little bit to the middle to the end, if anybody noticed, that's when the bus of immigrants, if I'm pronouncing it right, that's when the people, the bus loads, I know y'all know about that, bus loads of people is getting shipped over here to America and still is. and still is. They started down south with Texas and he stayed around it, but when that got filled up, they went to Philly and tried New York and tried New Jersey. All these people that we don't know, they all down here living lovely because they got nice checks and they hooked the people up and everything, right? That was going on. Nobody was worrying about that until I think sometime last year when it sparked a few in 2021, but last year was like, well, what's going on? Why are they over here? Some people, it says, for when Trump was in and he separated them from the borderline. Separate families from the borderline and separate the kids and stuff. What do we really, I'm sorry, really know? We don't know that much, and you'll notice I'm saying we, because the simple fact is we always distracted. Not just black people, middle class people and poor people that keep us on a certain level. And when I say middle class people, yes. There's families out here of all race that do work hard, bust their butts to go out there and give their kids what they want, put them through college. Yes, it is a struggle. And my mother, she used to say there's no such thing as middle class. You got people out there doing what they're supposed to do. The only class of people it is poor people and is rich people. Rich class, poor class. All right? Because the rich don't care about nobody but their self. And who is the rich? Let's not say no names. They're going to keep money for their pockets and do what they got to do. So being distracted of what they giving us, all this bullshit, all this celebrity bullshit, us black African American people get a hype and a rise over negativity. People fighting, people arguing. And they know that, and that's why they're keeping us on a level. We need to start digging into some research. It's why rich people, elites, or whoever the hell they are, probably been have bunkers, but more is starting to put bunkers down in their ground. What's going on? Because like I said before, we are in war, or we are going to war. And when we go to war, we're going to war in America this time. Trust me. Like I said, I will be covering the election. It might not be much, but it's going to be some updates. If y'all ain't cover it, if y'all don't know where it's at, I'll give you the updates, who's running, who's winning, whatever it is. But it's going to be a good one. We already heading into February. It's already in the middle of January. So y'all keep cool. Keep your patience. This is your girl, Sakina Jones. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. As y'all can see, my operating room is good. We're not doing another day. The lights are off. So I'm not operating. I'm just educated. You feel me? Alright, so leave a comment. Leave what y'all think about this Biden signing all persons to the shutdown. How many shutdowns do we have? Why can't y'all get it together up there? Salutations.